Hello everybody and welcome once again to the Health and Fitness Challenge. It's the review of days 10 and 11, Wednesday and Thursday of this week. I'm recording this on Friday, which means it's the weekend. No more work until Monday, which is always a good thing. So I'm feeling in good spirits. The sun is shining down upon me. And so, you know, it's all good. But was it all good on Wednesday and Thursday in terms of the old regime? We shall find out together. But before we do, just want to note something here. So, I've been doing this for 10 years, this LPing malarkey, or coming up to 10 years. It will be 10 years in April, which is a long time. And it's quite frightening how quickly the time's gone. And what also is frightening is when people tell me, I was watching you when I was 12 and I'm now at university. I'm like, oh my God, that is actually quite frightening. That is very scary stuff to think about. Time has just gone whoosh. So I was 26 when I started doing this, and I'm now 36. I'm not getting any younger, but I'm doing my best to keep myself in shape, to make sure that I am in good health and can play football at a good level for as long as possible. Keep clinging on to that sort of thing. Now, it's not going to notice today, over the past 8 months maybe, I noticed the old grey hair creeping onto my head, which didn't fill me with the greatest of happiness when I first saw them. And I was brushing my hair, or combing my hair this morning, because it's at the kind of length now that's a bit of a... When I get out of bed it's all stuck up, so it needs combing now, which is one reason why I need to cut it. The second reason why I need to cut it is because if you just take a little look, I was looking this morning whilst combing and noticed that the grey hairs appear to be slightly multiplying, getting a little bit more. Ooh. Is there a stigma with grey hair? I certainly think there should. I don't know. Should I be unhappy with this? I'm one of these people like, it's out of my control, so why worry about it? I can't do anything about it. I could dye my hair, but no, it is what it is. And people with grey hair, they have life experience, right? They have knowledge. They are wise people. The wisest of peoples in movies have grey hair, so I should be happy. So much happy that the next time you see me for a review of days 12 and 13 or whatever it might be, I'm going to have no hair left because I'm going to shave it all off. Spot my grey hairs when I've got no hair left to spot. So yes, but the reason why I say this, as the sun is now quite bright, is the reason why I say this is because health is important and fitness is important. If you're young, if you're one of my younger viewers, one of those people that was telling me about the fact that you're now at university, you've been watching me for a while, when you're in your 20s, it's a good time to start this kind of thing. Look after yourself, health and fitness, eat right, improve your overall well-being, because there's a lot of things that can happen to you later in life in terms of illness and things that can be brought on by an unhealthy lifestyle, and they can be prevented, or the likelihood of those things occurring can be reduced through looking after yourself as early as possible. So it's very easy, and I was one of these people, when you're in your 20s, you don't think about your 40s, you don't think about your 50s and beyond, because I'm 20, I'm young, and I don't need to think about that kind of thing. Pension, I'm going to be old when I've got my pension. It's too far away to think about. I couldn't care less about pension plans. I couldn't care less about X, Y, and Z. But you really should. I sound like an old person now. You really should, because you can really impact upon your future by what you do now. So it's a perfect time to carry out this kind of health and fitness stuff. Health and fitness challenge is for 8 weeks, but what we're trying to do here is ingrain in ourselves a way of life, a lifestyle change that's going to go on beyond the 8 weeks. And it's a good time to start when you're young, because it will have good benefits as you get older. If you're like me in your 30s, if you're in your 40s, 50s, wherever you may be in your life cycle, it's never too late to start this kind of thing. You know, so wherever you are, you know, let's continue onwards. But I'm just saying, for you, especially youngsters, it's very easy to think about, this doesn't apply to me, I'm young, I've got a fast metabolism, I can do what I want. There's other things at play here. And so endeth the sermon. Listen or choose not to, but remember, a wise man told you. I've got grey hair after all. Okay, let's move on to the review of Wednesday and Thursday and see what happened. Right, breakfast on Wednesday consisted of something slightly different. Ooh, not a porridge pot, you say? No, not a porridge pot. Muesli, 50 grams of muesli with a spoon of sugar and a cup of coffee with a spoon of sugar. That was the first difference. 375 calories. Morning snack, slightly different. Not a cup of coffee. Shock horror. Every day so far this challenge I've had a cup of coffee for morning snack. Not on Wednesday. What was it, you ask, in anticipation? It was a cup of tea. But not just any old cup of tea, no. I like Earl Grey tea, it's my favourite tea. I occasionally have some masala chai, so Indian infused masala tea is very nice. I like different teas rather than just plain Jane tea. And my colleague brought in, and I've had this before, not many times, but I've had it previously, Yorkshire tea. I'm from Yorkshire. Yorkshire tea is a good start. This specific type of Yorkshire tea is biscuit brew. What's that, you ask? Well, you may know. If you don't know, Google it. Biscuit brew. It's a cup of tea infused with the aroma and the taste of digestive biscuits. And it's quite delicious. If you like digestive biscuits, of course. It's like you're getting tea and biscuits without the biscuits part, which is much healthier for you. So I had biscuit brew cup of tea for my morning snack. Very delicious. And then for lunch, not a sandwich. Come on now, you say, this is too much. What on earth are you doing? I had soup. I had broccoli and cheese soup. Yes, I am a man who likes a variety of different soups. And last week it was cauliflower, this week it was broccoli. Many of you are thinking, what the hell? Whatever next? Asparagus soup? Oh my God, this man is crazy. Just have something normal like tomato soup, for God's sake. But no, broccoli soup. Broccoli's full of vitamins and stuff. Not that I'm an expert in what it's got in it. Iron, maybe? It's got stuff in it. It's green, therefore it's healthy, okay. And the cheese and the pepper and the salt was very nice. And the most important thing was it was only 143 calories. Perfect. Nice, hearty, healthy lunch. No bread with it, no nothing. Bit of juice and that was it. So that was that. It was Wednesday, so therefore I was playing football for an hour, so I need to fuel up for football. So when I got home I had my pre-football nutrition, which was 2 scrambled eggs. I moved away from the egg medley to try something different. I had scrambled eggs, made them with salt, pepper, ham in there as well, and a teaspoon of garlic and herb Philadelphia, just to give it a little bit of edge. Mixed it all together, scrambled them all up, had it on a slice of Hovis 50-50 bread, half white, half brown, bit of butter on there, scrambled eggs on a single slice of toast, and it was beautiful. The garlic and herb from the Philadelphia, the ham in there, oh, it was delicious, delicious pre-football snack. And then I went to play football, burnt off 695 calories over an hour session, and again, the pre-football nutrition combined with the preparation, the warm-up, getting there a bit earlier, had another very effective game. Felt fit, felt sharp. I've been doing this now. This is my 2nd week of this regime, and a lot of the exercises that I do through the Insanity, you do a lot of sprints and things and exercises that work on your sharpness as well as your stamina, and therefore feeling very nimble, light on the feet. Scored 5 goals rather than the 7 of last week, but still felt really good. After the game was finished, the sweat was pouring off, and I felt like I could keep going. We're shouting at people that weren't pulling the weight. There's people that are literally half my age almost. 20-year-olds that were skinny as rakes, struggling and panting and not tracking the runners. So I'm screaming out, I'm twice your age! Get running! Good old Sergeant Major on the football field, me, I tell you. So that was good. Evening meal, I was still quite full, surprisingly, from the scrambled eggs on toast. It was quite filling, so I didn't want a big dinner. So I had chicken Kiev, which I love chicken Kiev, the garlic press with the breadcrumbs and the garlic, the garlic butter that leaks. Oh, it's just getting me mouth watering now. It's almost time for my dinner and I am hungry. Garlic Kiev, chicken Kiev, with some kind of mishmash vegetables from Marks and Spencer's. It's like potatoes, cauliflower, carrots, all mashed up with a cheese and creamy sauce on it. It's like a gratin style kind of thing. And I had not too much of that because I didn't see how many calories were in it, but I could just imagine it being quite horrendous. So just had a moderate portion of that with the garlic Kiev, and that was about 587 calories for evening meal. And then I had my bedtime snack, which consisted of a cup of Earl Grey tea with some more plum pie. Plum pie on its own, just a smallish piece. No custard, no ice cream, just the pie on its own, naked, with the cup of tea, warmed up in the microwave, Beautiful little bedtime snack. And that was my day on Wednesday. 1900 calories consumed, 695 burnt off through football, which brings me in 585 calories under target. So not a bad day in the office. So yesterday then, Thursday, breakfast, back to normality, I'm afraid. One day of bits of different things and then can't do 2 days of the same. Goodness me, that would be too much. Back to normal now. Porridge pot. But a slightly different flavour that I've never had before. Berry burst. I usually have golden syrup or cinnamon. Berry burst. Porridge pot with berries in it. I'm not going to like this. Blueberries and raspberries and other little bits and berries in there. Dried berries. I thought, I'm not going to like this. But it was quite nice. And a cup of coffee and a spoon of sugar, of course, accompanying it. So that was 308 calories for breakfast. For lunch, I resorted to the sandwich again. Not a brown roll, a white roll. A long roll thing. It's about that long. It's not a sub quite, not a baguette, but it's a soft roll, but kind of 6 inches long. With tuna. Tuna salad cream. I don't like tuna mayonnaise. Tuna salad cream with cucumber. Very nice. And kettle chips. Kettle chips, cheddar and red onion kettle chips, 30 grams. And a little bit of nacho chili cheese dip to dip the crisps in. Quite luxurious. Very tasty. There you go. 550 calories for that little delight. And then we fast forward to the evening. Now, I was playing football at 8 o'clock yesterday. It was a cup match, a competitive cup match, the first round of the cup. And because it was so late, I was like, well, do I have a pre-match nutrition and then play football and then have my evening meal after football at 9 o'clock? I was like, well, 9 o'clock's too late to have your meal. It's not good to eat too late, especially big meals. So I decided to have my meal before football, but just have it early. So have it at 6 o'clock. So I had 2 haddock fillet steak, haddock fillets rather. One was breaded and the other one was not. Cabbage, carrots, boiled, with a cheese sauce on. Always got to have cheese sauce or some sauce on my veg. And a cheese and onion crisp bake from Marks and Spencer. So it's like cheese, I think maybe a bit of potato in there, some onions in there, covered with breadcrumbs, a crispy bake thing. And that was me lunch. 773 calories, quite a stodgy kind of thing. Not the greatest meal before football, but went to football after that and did me warm up and whatever else, and had a above average game, but nothing too special. It was 1-1 was the final score. They scored first. I scored the equaliser, so I didn't do too bad. Defended relatively well. Made a couple of errors here and there. It's only a 28-minute game, so I'm never going to feel tired in a 28-minute game, really, because I play for hour-long games and do exercises on top of that for half an hour. So 28-minute games are quite, fitness is not an issue there. But played above average. Could have played better. Could have played definitely far worse. The game went to penalties. I missed my penalty. I hate taking penalties. I'm a terrible penalty taker. But we managed to win the game on penalties. So we're through to the finals next week. So all in all, it was a good day in the office for football. And burnt off, more importantly, 385 calories. So that was that. And then we came home. We'd already had our meal. So we had our bedtime snack after that, which was a cup of Earl Grey tea with, for whatever reason, I just felt like I needed something sweet. There's sometimes you can't resist the urge, and I needed something sweet. So maybe it was a bit of an elation from winning the football on penalties or whatever it was, but I just wanted something sweet. So I had about 6 of those Cadbury's buttons that I've still got, the white and the milk mixed, 6 of them. And I had a portion of my favourite popcorn, which is Butter-Kissed Cinema Sweet. A portion of that. It is delightful popcorn. I mean, I'm not a lover of popcorn, really. You get the cinema, I find it very bland. But this Cinema Sweet Butter-Kissed is just really nice, sweet, flavoursome. So I had a portion of that, 6 buttons, and that was about a 150 calorie snack of sweet stuff. So, but I felt like I wanted it, I needed it, and sometimes it's better to have these things in moderation than to completely cut them out. Because then you find yourself really indulging in them when you finally give in. So if you've got that craving, sometimes it's better just to give into it, but just moderate what you have, than to completely just try to resolutely say no. Sometimes it's easy to say no, and sometimes you just got to have it, you know. So that was my day yesterday. 2,033 calories consumed, 385 burnt off, which meant that I was 142 calories under, which means for the 4th consecutive day this week, bing bong bing, it's another green day. So we're 142 there, so that's about 600, 700, about 800, 900. So far we're about 1,300 calories under for the 4 days. We know what's coming on the weekend, so I'm trying to really be good for the first half of the week, and so far I'm getting there. But as you've seen, I'm still having those little treats. I've had some plum pie, I've had some buttons and some popcorn, I've had a bit of nacho cheese dipped with my kettle crisps. These little things, these little treats that you have, I'm talking for myself here, it might not work for everybody, but for me personally, having those things mixed in with the healthier stuff and the moderate portion sizes and the exercise, having these little treats here and there, it completely, utterly makes it feel like I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary. I'm still allowing myself to have these things, and it just feels like a normal diet. It doesn't feel like I'm restricting. It doesn't feel like I'm on a carbohydrate cut down or whatever it is. Some people that work, some people do that. I think this is working out really well for me so far, and I'm finding it very easy to stick to. So that is it. I'll let you go now. We've straight into the 60-minute mark. A bit of the longer one of the sessions these, but here we go. The next session is going to be... The next review should be Sunday. So I'll see you then. Bye for now.